It looks like they're actually moving into the next map, which is going to be Stahlbrecher by all appearances. I can't even speak. But I can say Stahlbrecher, unlike many people in this community for some reason. So let's edit the waiting screen, and then let's see if we can actually find the match. So far it's not showing up. Hopefully we can find the server soon. Also happening tonight is Plants against VA, and we also have Kompashka against Lucky Round. So like and subscribe those channels if you want. I believe a few people are streaming. Because not everybody is afraid of streaming, because apparently it's not that hard not to use gamer words. I know it's very hard to believe, but yeah, you can still stream. All jokes aside, I hope you are doing well, chat. I hope you had a wonderful day. I'm very pleased by the fact, that we can stream after all, and that we had such a close game. Hopefully game 2 will be just as fun. Hopefully we don't see Inferno for game 3. I don't know what the picks and bans are. Stahlbrecher is a quite sided map, but it can still be interesting, in my opinion. So we'll see how that goes. It is frantically refreshing to see if it actually shows up. Maybe you can check into BMO stream. Yeah, looks like they loaded in, but they loaded into deathmatch, so they probably have somebody downloading the map or something to that effect. I'm just checking BMO stream here, and I see he actually set up the dual eye view, the absolute mad lad. He finally done it, so congrats on him. That also means we have to wait a little bit further. In the meantime, we can listen to some tunes. This one is called Fortitude by Banati. And looks like they're in the lobby again, but they haven't started finding a game server, so hopefully we get underway. This is not a big problem. We are quite patient here on Radio RFL. I don't even know if my Winamp overlay is being showed on stream. I should just test this out. No, I don't think it is. Anyways, it looks like BMO is reaching for the start button. And he... not pressing it. Is he listening? Is this a Boris wife moment? Press the button, BMO. Like I said, we're very patient here. He presses it. They're now at finding game server, so we should go underway momentarily. Stahlbrecher is a little bit hard to cast, I find, but I will do my best. which is not a whole lot, but you all know this, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Looks like they immediately loaded in. Holy shit, that was the fastest load I ever saw. Congrats on Dave for actually fixing the server, I suppose. Hopefully it doesn't let me public IP. Did everybody go on the right side? That's the bigger question, or do we have to deal with a restart? I'm just waiting for the dreaded 1 minute mark so we can have a full recording. Looks like everything is on the right side, and looks like OP picked this one since FF starts on the CT side, which is without argument the easier side on this map. So now we are at 1 minute mark. Let's kill the music. Even though it's a nice track, it's called The Way We Do by Blau. And let's actually also remove the pause screen so you can see something. And then we can get it started after the review round. 40 seconds just passed. There we go. Indeed. We're seeing all Glucks coming out on the OP side. Mini, the only one who's being a slight rebel by not buying a flashbang. Rest of the team just says, you know what, this is cool. Actually, Nida is having... No, it's probably the bomb. He can't afford 2 flashbangs, and Mimi still has 250. It looks like they're going towards the overpass sneakily. I don't think this has been spotted. Krant and Tima being aggressive. Will they surprise Samsky? Kind of do, and they kill him, so that's very good for them. Krant keeping the aggression up. No, then he decides, you know what, this is slightly risky, but it's now a 5v4 situation. They probably know it's a B. Nida is now moving into the catwalk all by himself. Now the rest of the members are moving up. Where's the rotation coming in? The rotation is still not there. Even just Tima, who just kills Liam. Krant is being killed by Mini, but Nida is being taken out, leaving just Boki on the side. He does pick up the bomb. He will try to plant it now, but Tima will not let this... Actually, Tima will let this happen. Probably to make me look like an idiot. Anyways, they got the plan. That's all they really needed. Farad just deciding to troll his teammate, Bimo saying, guys, knock it out, this is serious, I need the points. So he defuses the bomb, he gets the points, but really the teamer with the 4K here doing all the work, unfortunately couldn't prevent that bomb plan. That would have been the icing on the cake. And now OP can buy, but they will be short on util, and util really is key on this map if you're a T, because, you know, there's quite a few hard angles to take. And it looks like this time they're more gearing towards the A side with a lot of aggression here. We're seeing the bomb moving onto A long. Toxic immediately picking that fight, spotting him not firing, interestingly enough. Flashbang is not being followed up by anything, just slowing down Liam and Boki, who patiently wait, seeing if he will follow that up, but he fell just back 2 barrels. We now only have Krant on the B side, the rest of the team rotated. Nida is taking out Bimo. So now we have multiple people. Toxic unfortunately giving away his position and his head as he was shot. Tima also being killed. Tima just put out in radio. Looks like Krant rotated over to the pillar. But they do have sight. And the blind fire through the smoke surprisingly doesn't kill anybody. Boki feeding into smoke and into his own death. Oh, that looks actually quite gruesome. Also gruesome is Nida is killing Krant, killing one more time, but then Karat is like, actually I want some of those kills. I'm just gonna team kill 1v2 situation. Most unfortunate, a little bit of miscommunication, which is ironic. They both speak Russian, but he can still win this, make this up for it. Liam sprint peeking him, not being seen again with the sprint peek, just baiting out the aggression. Checking if he's already at the bomb. But they know he needs to type in 8 numbers, so he can do this all day and without realizing. I want to get out alive, but Liam is having none of that. Spotting him probably as he runs away. So turning this to a 1v1 situation. Unfortunate team kill there, however, it was a 4v2 situation, so it was unlikely to happen in the first place. No, sprint peeking is absolutely fine. There should be no absolute cost in like free information. That would be silly. Yeah, it looks like for another A on the FF side they need to save. I think they're full saved in terms of not buying anything. We have Bimo pushing up. Will Samsky check it, or will he get the British treatment? He does check it and just mows him down. I would have not expected Bimo to be there. I don't know if you heard it before. But now it's a 5v4 situation. Even finding Tima and Grant not stopping to fire, just keeps it going. Tima throwing the knife, but it doesn't connect, leaving just Quadrad, who's over on the B side. So they can just plant. This is the perfect sort of thing you want to happen. You want the bomb plant, you want as many kills as possible. And at this point, Quadrad can't really do much. He could try to get forward kill, but it's very unlikely that he's getting one. He would just donate a little bit more money towards the enemy. It looks like Mimi and Samsky having a little bit of a... I don't know, argument, I guess? It looks like they've figured it out as everybody makes it off the side alive. So now 1, 2, 4 OP. This is pretty much the start you want to have. Only thing better would be obviously 3 rounds. And getting those TV rounds very crucial. Quadrad testing out his M4. Find out it works really well. And it looks like Bimo has a hunting rifle, interestingly enough, even though he had enough money to buy more. I'm not sure what exactly his plan is at this point, especially, you know, he's pushing up there. It's the last position I would pick for a hunting rifle. Maybe back at headshot, you get a bunch of free shots ideally. Now Toxic is smoking them up, and we have Quadrad in the radio. Looks like a somewhat slow A push with Mini securing the flank. Blind firing through the smoke, so far not connecting any hits. A lot of smoke coming in, Toxic on the barrels, tagging looking along, but he's then being taken out. Just everybody being mowed down with the free fire, even Grant leaving again, just Tima in a 1v5 situation. I'm afraid we will have to wait on another save, because this is not a fight he should take. Unfortunate. It looks like Tima has enough of waiting, so he's actually playing for it. And trades out with Night Eyes, which is not ideal, especially since Skamsky can pick up the gun, and he does so. So 1-3. SF might want to think about forcing at this point, because they absolutely need a win, and I don't think saving does much for them, although they're getting out util heavily here, but that's probably going to continue for quite a while, as OP managed to bring up quite the money. And indeed, they're buying, except for Grant, who is now buying an M16. Interesting choice. Bimo being really aggressive here. Finding out that somebody is in mid, so he got that info, and he didn't even pay for it in terms of health. I'm just flying around like crazy. They're doubling up A long. Looks like OP is just gonna rotate over to B. But B is still in place. Actually, Tima is quite pushed up. Now sees Night Eyes. So they know actually also something on B happening, so they're probably going to reset. At least hopefully somebody into Rusty. Now Tima trading out the Samsky, meaning just Grant against 4. Samsky managed to do heavy damage and slowing down Mini quite substantially. And also slowing down the push over the Z, allowing the rest of the team to now rotate into place, but that grenade exactly kills him beautifully. Putting this into a 3v4 situation. However, Mini is quite low. Still enough to kill Bimo. And now Toxic comes in quite late. I'm not sure. I think he also went into Rusty, and since Mimi camped that off, it was not the play. But now 2v4 situation. I think they should play this as their own loss. And they need a win desperately, but it looks like they decide to save this one. It started similar, like this one, Ulrich. However, Ulrich is not as much of a sided CT map, obviously, as this one is. So this is absolutely not the result you want to have as friendly fire, especially if you pick this... No, they didn't pick this map. They picked the side. Still, this is not the result you want. It looks like another A push. Why not? It works for them. I would also argue it's the easier one. Doubling up A long again. And just kind of standing in each other's way there a little bit. Now spotting Liam as he enters. Greenlight hitting Toxic, but the smoke should slow him down. Assuming they're holding the smoke, but they just let Liam walk through the smoke as it deploys. Quadrat now being killed. Radio being smoked off and naded, but nobody's in there. Not a neutral going in there, so they must know that Toxic is on site. Night Eyes now pushing the pillar, taking out Grant, but Toxic takes out Night Eyes. Is being spotted in the process. 2v4 now. Tima, however, did get back into radio. 2v3 situation now, but bomb is planted. And actually, Bimo has a eagle, enough. And Samsky finds Tima in radio, 1v3 situation. I don't think he should save with a deagle, but there's also not much he really can do. Maybe the action cam can tell us what his thoughts are. His thoughts are probably, I'm fucked. And indeed he was. 1-5. Now they should be on all the lost money they ever need to hopefully get the util they need to get the win they need. They can still turn this into a 4v5, which obviously they're gunning for. But can they do it? So far the A push from OP seems to be unstoppable. This time it looks like a bit of a split. Actually no, they're going B. We have Liam going on A long again. Essentially spawning the early aggression from Bimo. Good tag there, halving Mini, or actually almost killing Mimi and halving Samsky. However, it's a good diversion as Night Eyes and Poki are about to walk into B. Tima fell off, unfortunately. Night Eyes heard that and killed Tima. So they now pretty much have, actually they do not, Grunt kills Night Eyes from the dropper, trades out with Mimi. Turning this into a 1v1 situation. The question is, where is the bomb? I believe Poki has it as he was part of the initial E-fake, and indeed he does. So now he has to fight off Kodat, who has an M4 and no util, and he is still a long way. So Boki at this point could be anywhere. Looks like he's falling back into Z. It's a very traditional position, but Kodat has to check every corner. I think that kind of gave him away. If not, then that did. But obviously the time is ticking. Checked lore. Now he knows where he is. He should not peek it anymore. He does, he gets the kill. A bit risky, but he did manage to win out the round. Yeah, 1-6. Oh, yeah, a little bit of low FPS there. Hopefully it's not too bad. Looks like they're going for another B this time. Which worked as well as the A, I guess, except more people died. This time aggressive. Killing Samsky with a nice teammate. But then Night Eyes kills Tima as 1 HP at this point. And the rest of OP now pouring in on the connector. So FF should know it's a B, but then again fakes out, probably dropping the bomb on the safe side. Toxic taking out Night Eyes, who was quite low. Trent also taking out Mini. Sterling is in a 4v2 situation. We still have a player in Rusty and still have a player on A. I'm not sure why Grant has to do the heavy lifting at this point. He should just try to stay alive, so they know where both players are in guys for their sins, but Toxic gets the revenge by killing Bookie, who was the bomb carrier, so Liam now has a second time. Toxic decides, I don't want to wait 50 seconds, I want to shoot my gun, and so he does, and he kills Liam, getting them a second round, which is very important. However, the economy of OP is more than fine. For this final round, Quadrat just using away his knife. Who needs that when you have an AK, as he does? So they have the money, they should buy some more utils, some more clippers. They decide not to, who needs those anyways? And it looks like this time they're going for a split push again. We have Night Eyes on the flank on B, and then we have 2 people towards A. Actually, Mimi can't decide. Checking about the mid aggression, however, BMO is falling back. Far back, so they're probably not aware where he is. We have Samsky fighting in mid, tagging BMO. Night Eyes just hoping for the CT aggression, but this time Grant, who is a little bit known for this, I would say, just steady in place. Who's now rotating without killing Bookie. And then trading out with Liam, very good. I believe one of them had the bomb, I would assume. Can check this, however, there's some gunfighting over in mid. So let's skip that part for now. We can't fight it anyways, it would be a lovely bug feature. However, Night Eyes kills Tima on the B side. And doesn't look like they're rotating, so indeed the bomb must have been dropped in a long. However, unfortunate for FF, they have their flank open now. They must expect somebody coming from behind. We have Grant, I believe, in Rusty, lurking him out, and BMO is in the cubby. They should rate this situation, considering they have lost B, so they must know the bomb is not over there, otherwise it would have been beaten by now. BMO does find out in Ninja where Samsky is. Nida is now camping him out. BMO doesn't need to shoot this, but does anyways. Nida is giving away information. 20 seconds on the clock. Mimi picked up the bomb, but Grant kills Night Eyes. And also kills Mimi. 3-6. A little bit of a save. BMO trying to pick up stuff for the next round, but that's not how that works. BMO, you should know this by now. Anyways, a win for FF on this round. But can they come back from this, as this is very hard to do? Ideally, it's pretty much a must, I would say, at this point. Win the pistol round, not only plant the bomb, but win it incomplete, so they can turn it out into 4-6, and then get the follow-up safe round into a 5-6. That would be the start they need to really have any chance of making this happen, I would say. It looks like they're also going for a fast B. Nida is really patient, has heard this by now. And the rest of OP now rotating in. Nida is just being immediately killed by Mr. Toxic with a Glock headshot. And the rest of the team is pouring onto side. Grant pushing. Oki is being knifed by BMO of all people down there, and Quadrat kills Liam. He loves to do that. Bomb is down. 5v1 situation. Can Mimi really clutch it out this time? There's no point in saving. And it looks like he slow walks to the ramp. Has been spotted though. Kills BMO. Has a knife, which is pretty terrific, but Tima doesn't care, just shoots him. So pretty much the start they wanted. The knife kill doesn't really do much except get some style points, but money points in terms of planting the bomb and winning the round. 4-6, they can now might make it a 5-6 and set them up hopefully for a comeback. So they really don't have time or money for mistakes. Tima buying it for the rest of the team going for Ohms, except Quadrat, which is gross with the block. Because why the frick not? It's a bit unfortunate for him that Nida has bought a deagle, so if he bought armor, he will actually be at an advantage, since the deagle does really more damage. Toxic, really aggressive there in mid, using the spot that Timo used before, and being shanked, as is Tima. Product trades him out. Hopefully they picked up the M4. BMO kills some more. They know where Liam is. Who picked up an Om and is now then being gunned down, but 2 knife kills. Not the worst result in terms of a safe round. They were not backing up their brethren, as they say. Almost looked bad. Yeah, it was a bit scary, I would say. But then the Ohms went to work. Anyways, 5-6. This is the current scoreboard. Very even, I would say, in terms of kills. Everybody got some here and there. Yeah. Looks like for a traditional A push, we have 2 men on long. Interestingly, OP is not even contesting them on long, playing it just far back in the radio. I believe Mini doesn't really like using utility, which is, I would say, crucial for a long. Emo just lurking at people on the dropper. Mimi being able to kill Tima on a long. Samsky killing Quadrat. This is a good start for them. 3-5 now. OP really needs to think if they want to continue pushing this or if they should play it passive until hopefully they can get a pick. Radio is now being smoked off, and a beautiful grenade takes out Mimi. No chance there. So they now kind of have the side. Grant is eating onto side and somehow making it past Night Eyes, who regrets his mistake but then gets the counter frag. Toxic is on the main. Demo now rotating onto long. Toxic takes out Night Eyes if he can buy him a little more time. Oh my god, he actually managed to kill Samsky and find the remaining two players. Liam aggressive on him. They trade out 1v1 situation and he knows where the last player is. He just needs to play this smart. Bookie does have a flashbang, but no clippers. Slows him down with the flashbang. Plays it far back. Bookie goes for the aggression, which absolutely needs to, but at this point, even if he managed to get a kill, which he does not, he probably doesn't have time to run all the way back and defuse, maybe with Sweetie Fingers. Either way, win for FF, really needed that. After that rocky start, 3-5, turning it around, and not to the least of Mr. Toxic being able to get 2 to 3 crucial kills, 3 actually trading out with Liam in the end. Really, really crucial here, winning the round. Turning 6-6. And unfortunately for OP, that broke their economy once more, as they could force into some sort of things, but they decide to play it smart and just, you know, buy deagles, which they should, except for Bookie, who doesn't appear to have any weapon. This might be a PAF TV thing. He might have just a knife. What does he have? He has a smoke grenade in hand. I think it's... no. Yes. Very confusing on a safe round. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Rest of the team not so interested. Bookie immediately being killed, but Quadrat being killed by Liam does not manage to follow that up, leaving just Night Eyes into a 3v1 situation. Who's now rotating. I believe Bimo heard him. Yes, there he did. I mean, he did at one point and turned around and heard him once more. But anyways, they got the kill and they got the win. 7-6, now FF in the lead, and also quite the money setup here for at least 2 more rounds, even if they shall lose. But OP can now buy guns. And fun fact, if the enemy has real guns, then this map suddenly becomes a lot harder. I know I'm very smart at this game. For these deep analytical thoughts, you are tuning into this channel. Actually, I don't really know why you tune into this channel, like, if I'm being honest about it. I wouldn't if I was you, but then again, I'm not you, which is good for you. Bimo being hyper-aggressive, being hurt by Night Eyes and immediately punished for that. So that's not a good start. However, maybe he thought that it was a B. Doesn't seem to be the case, as Night Eyes still sort of there and nobody moving off. Now Samsky is spotting the A-long aggression. I believe Calm is streaming if you want to see a half-naked streamer, if that satisfied your hot tub's curiosity. Actually, I don't know if he's streaming, he was earlier. Grant being taken out by Mini, making this again into a 3v5 situation. 2v5 now. Even just Toxic and Korat. Night Eyes wanting some blood, killing Toxic, leaving just Korat into 1v5. If there ever was a time where he needed to destroy, it was today, but Night Eyes is having none of that nonsense with almost 0 HP. He just goes for the aggression and securing himself, you know, a spot at the top of the leaderboard. 14-10, I believe he got that 3k this round. Maybe it was even a 4k. I'm not very good at counting, I have to admit. So yeah, that's good on him. 7-7 now. FF can buy. 2 members can even buy next round. On the OP side, obviously everybody can buy since they won. They didn't really need to buy much. Seeing more clippers and Night Eyes saying, screw that, I don't want to clip anything. I have Bimo all alone on B, trying to hopefully sell this. It's really hard to sell. We'll see if Bimo is a convincing salesman at this point. Grant gets Mini in the radio, leaving a sort of wide open. Samsky disagrees with that assessment by just killing Grant as he tries to push it aside. Should have maybe waited for his teammate. Oh my god, if that was a grenade, Samsky would have been so dead, but it's just a smoke grenade. Not a smoke grenade, falling all over the place. Everything is just smoked off and sort of frozen in place. Samsky checking if somebody's cheek, trying to watch the smoke. Nobody is, except kind of him. He does manage to see Tina through the smoke. I would have not able to do that. 3v4 now. 38 seconds on the clock, and Samsky is deep hidden inside. Nade into radio, but nobody's sitting there. We have somebody in main, we have somebody on pillar, and somebody on side. Best case would be to rotate to B, but they don't really have the time. 25 seconds on the clock. They might need to save this one, even though it hurts. Timo is now going long, but this will be heard by Samsky in a second. If you have already heard it. And Korat also being taken out. And then Semsky taking out Bimo. Bomb was down over here, so he absolutely had to go there. But I think at that point they should have saved. 7-8. Yeah. Bimo can drop. And it looks like Quadrat border and AK, but the rest of the team looks like they're saving. Which is always unfortunate if you need to save and give the enemy the almost final round, but it is sometimes the bitter pill to swallow. Apologies. We'll get back to the action. Looks like a fast B, pre-nade not taking anybody, but the footsteps might have been heard. Who has the AK? Korat on the catwalk. Interesting position, I would say, is the perfect place to be. Have an AK. Trent deciding, you know what, I don't want to live anymore. Runs into Night Eyes M4. Unfortunately, that AK didn't really do much. Toxic, however, says, ooh, piece of candy, and goes for the AK. Or maybe he does. And now we have Bimo coming in late. Not sure where he was while all this was going down. Pick it up. Not interesting. Now Bimo on the scene. I'm not sure where exactly the AK is. Emsky looking for Mr. Toxic, who we saw earlier. Not expecting them there and being killed by it. He should go for that M4. 25 seconds on the clock. He's probably afraid that somebody's nearby. Checking if somebody is pushing him, but then he picks it up. And some util. No, just a little bit snack on the way home, I guess. As he walks off, securing his KD at this point. But unfortunate for FF, they need to secure a win. This will be a final round. 7-9 now. They're going hunting, but I don't think they have the time to find Toxic. They do, that's most unfortunate. I believe if Toxic just hid in the corner, he could have just made it. But it wasn't meant to be. He has the money. Team up buying a plastic AK. I hope that wasn't a misclick. That would have been most unfortunate. I don't agree with that gun in any case. It has way too much recoil for what it does in terms of damage. I wish it was a bit more competitive. But I also wish I was taller. No, actually I don't. I'm quite tall. But I wish I was a baller. And who of you that doesn't get that reference, you are way too young and should, you know, improve your musical knowledge. Looks like more of a B push. Not sure what that grenade was about. Maybe Toxic really doesn't like Bimo as he tags him. I think I was Toxic who tagged Bimo there with the nade. They're now slow walking towards the connector. Nida is not nearby, just running off the side. They're just waiting, but OP is really patient with the aggression. Mimi checking A long with a pre-nade, so they don't really know what's going on, but they don't need to at this point. If they can execute B fast, get some kills, they might very well take this, but so far not much is happening. The action will definitely be here. Focus looks like Toxic and Product are trying to sell that it's an A, and it looks like Nida is bought it. Just poke you on the side. Oh no. Bimo opening up a little bit too early, indicating somebody's here. He's now rotating over the barrels. He's managed to trade out with Boki. That was very good. They now have side uncontested. Rest of FF needs to go over there and help their teammates. See a pre-nade coming in, not landing where it needed to be. This might just be the nerves. Parat and Mimi trading out on A side. Not sure what the best angle is. Trent takes out Nida as 2v3 situation. They know where two players are. Beautiful made by Liam, but then again the crossfire takes him out, making this an 8-9. This was obviously very important for FF, otherwise the game would have been over, you know. Skirk, my guy, and knows what I'm talking about. I don't know who you are, but I respect you for the musical knowledge. I respect that. But I also respect this current result, 8-9, another close game, really enjoying it. Also not too CT-sided, only slightly. So very good to see that. Very good games this evening. I'm pretty sure I already have yours and also some followers. But yeah, thanks bots, I guess. I don't know. I don't really feel like this is contributing to the discussion in terms of the gameplay. But yeah. We have Night Eyes being aggressive on the B, so they absolutely know it's not a B, at least not a traditional one, which is most unfortunate for FF. Put that free info. I won't even bother with the Banhammer, they will just create 10 more bots. We'll just focus on the game. We have two players A long. Even though Night Eyes got the intel, they are still not convinced it's an A. That's very interesting. Emo now walking up there, this is very dangerous for him as Night Eyes has taken the catwalk and can peek him for free anytime there's any sort of gunfire. So as soon as Bimo peeks Bookie, oh no, he pulls out Util and now it's being mowed down. That is not the place you want to pull Util. Now there comes the A execution, just 30 seconds on the clock. That kill by him, by Quadrat, was very crucial. Mimi being smoked off. If that would have been an A, that would have been even nicer. That, however, is an A, and it will kill Mimi for sure. Beautiful grenade by Quadrat. He's really turning this one around. Toxic is careful on the dropper, suddenly turning this into 4v2. What a twist of event, not to the least by Quadrat, who destroys the enemy on the headshot box and then nades the radio. We do not have any opinion on redacted words. Quadrat, not, in any way, he just wants more kills. Quadrat needs to destroy, gets another kill. Liam knows where he is, but he is in a 1v4 situation, and even for Liam, that is a scary thought. He pre-fires, but Quadrat just with the 4K, what a play, turning this to 9v9. Jesus freaking Christ, I am actually amazed. It looks like he wasn't gone at all. He still has it, absolutely destroyed, taken down even. We are not saying that, oh yes, we're saying redacted, not redated. Anyways, a 9-9 final round couldn't be any closer. Both sides have money for this final round. And indeed, Quadrat destroyed that round. He really brought that one home. And it looks like a B push this time. If Night Eyes is going for that intel again, he might be in a pickle. Samsky, however, is also aggressive. And if Bimo is not careful, he might give away that it's an immediate B. As now sprinting, I don't think Samsky can hear that. Score map 1 was, I believe, 8-10 for OP. Yes, it was 8-10. So, very close game on Ulrich. It could have gone either way, but in the end went to Ulrich. Good to cast. Should have been there, Jetto. Shima opening up. Looks like the AK-12 was not a misbuy. That flashbang quite too short. Now the XP2 comes. Nades flying over everywhere. Slide packs here and there. Grant just kills. Night Eyes saying enough with these silly nades. Grant hearing maybe the flank. Grant being then killed by a silly nade. I think Bimo somehow snuck through, but Samsky also snuck through. I'm not sure how that's happening. But Bimo really needs to accelerate here, because the rest of his team is dying rapidly, leaving just Team on side in a 1v3 situation. He needs to hold the fort down. Cannot, but Bimo is there with the flank. Buki now knows 1v1 situation. He has to play it cool. He heard the flashbang, but he doesn't really know where Buki is. No! Oh my god, he clutches it out. 10-9. What a twist of events. It looked really scary for FF there in a second, but they managed to really bring it home. Sheesh, as the kids say. So, I have a treat for you guys. Map 3 will decide over the set, and given the scores of the previous games, we might just see a really, really close game again. I'm certainly hoping for it. What a game indeed, what a game. Well played by everybody. I want to point out one more time that clutch from Quadrat was absolutely incredible. Getting the 4K in such a situation, absolutely fantastic. This is a current scoreboard. I think it was well played by everybody. I don't think there was, a single performance. It might look like Bookie not having a good game, but I think he was mostly on the B part and mostly a good hit. He was always alone and without backup, so I wouldn't put that against him anyways. I think everybody played well here. It was an incredible game, so it was a lot fun to cast. With that said, we are going into the pause screen and the pause music and waiting on game 3, which hopefully should start soon, but they might actually need to hydrate, as this was probably quite a sweaty game. It certainly looked like it. And the song we are listening to while we wait is called Sisters by Manu Zayn. I hope you enjoy. And we're still waiting on game 3. It looks like there's still on a break. No new map has been loaded up, so we just have to wait. Apologies, I don't really have the band, so I have no idea what's coming up for the next game. We'll just have to wait, but that's fine. In the meantime, we're listening to some more Manu Zayn. This time the track is called Bamboo. I hope you enjoy. And we're still waiting on game 3. Unfortunately, there's been no movement whatsoever. In the meantime, all we can do is relax. Still to Malzane. This one is called Solar.
Set your system's volume control for slightly above the normal listening level.
Looks like we finally have some movement on BMO stream. Hopefully we can get this sorted soon. Looks like everybody's in the lobby again. Yeah. Didn't look like anybody was swapped out or anything. Still the same folks. BMO now hovering over the map selector. Hopefully picking map 3 and getting this underway. This one was called Golden Dawn by Marvel 83. Beautiful music video with a lot of hand-drawn people with the frogs. It's very nice. Should watch it. And what is BMO picking for the final map of the evening? He is selecting Stockpile. Has Stockpile really not been banned? That would be quite interesting, I would say. Indeed. Hours over confirm. And picks it. Looks like it will be Stockpile as the last map. Which shouldn't come to any surprise, except that it hasn't been banned. Hopefully I'll get another close match out of this one. Great seeing that both maps were quite close. I'm confident that this will also be a very interesting game to watch and cast. In the meantime, we're listening to some Nujabes. May he rest in peace. I'll not try to pronounce the name since it's Japanese. Looks like OP will start on the T side as they pick T as FF picks CT. Pick the color except Samsky. Well, we are waiting. And we actually have our lobby. So let's get this started. Let's turn off the music. Let's load into the lobby and then kill the screen. Just waiting on that dreaded 1 minute mark. Yes, funny meme sounds. I have some upgrades planned in terms of soundboard to hopefully get over some of the more boring parts of some of the matches, but for now I just hand pulled this one As you know me, artisan memes, that is what I'm all about. In the future, we will try to up the production quality. What is, without a doubt, high quality is this match. Looks like everybody luckily loaded in on the right side of the map. It looks like FF starts on the CT side, OP starts on the T side, here on Stockpile. Shall we see what will be the final result? 1-1 is the map score, meaning everything is in the open, everything is coming up to this point. Looks like they are going for an A push, with Samsky securing the mid from the B side. Toxic on A long, testing out his Glock, facing multiple members. He should hear them now. It looks like they're all dropping. Indeed they are. And just rushing onto side. They already are on side. Finding out, holy shit, he's already there. Quadrat lurking out Samsky in the mid. But with multiple members of OP on the side, it's now a 4v2 situation as they managed to kill Quadrat in the mid. And now they have two people in sandwich, one on forklift and one on dropper, I would believe, yeah, near dropper anyways. The retake is coming from my long, which is probably the best angle at this point, given how OP is setting up. Nida is just killing Toxic and also spotting Tima. He's one shot, but he did his job very well. All he needs to do is just lurk there and let the rest of the team do the work. Liam with the sprint peek, lurking out Tima. Tima needs to do something. He cannot wait, and he does not. Loses his head in the process, but at least he doesn't donate more money. Turning to 1-0, good start for OP here. First win, first round win anyways. With Liam stumping the way by just taking side. Looks like they're going for B, interestingly enough. They bought rifles. Usually people like to do the anti-eco. Doesn't look like OP agrees with that philosophy, at least on this round. On the FF side, we only have Konrad who bought the rest of the team, not so really. Krant is the knife bender, and the knife he bends, killing Samsky in the process. Tima trying to find out, can I get a gun here? No, he cannot. He can only get the bullets into your head, and he dies from that. It's a fun fact, pretty common, you know, it can just happen that you die from lead poisoning. And that's pretty much what happens. Now in a 3v4 situation, FF should just try to get some exits here, camp them out as they control both the exits, but of course they're heavily outgunned. Mimi finding Timo, does he explode? But doing a barrel roll here, thank you for that one. I'm not sure what's going on with the public physics at this point. Toxic does a little dance on side and then also does a flip. Yeah, I believe this, I would say, is hype worthy of some you know, some action. That was pretty funny. I don't know why, but as of late I'm seeing a lot of these movements where like a single bullet has for some reason massive physical force, being able to spin around a bunch of shit. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, it was a win for OP, that's for sure. They are up 2-0 now. They have nice amounts of money, but FF also have money now. Pnate not quite landing where it needs to be again, with the aggression just going into the break room and then dropping with multiple people here. We'll see if they can take it this time, though. They have their forklift, but that's only half the battle. Smokes come in, block off mid, that's a good play, but Vimo is still on site. He's about to find out how many people there are. He finds out, yep, way too many for me to handle. I think he's being shut down. However, Krant is being killed by Samsky in the mid. They have 2 people in the mid now, but the smoke is still there. Krant doesn't really care. Tima just walks in and kills 2 people, halves night eyes, but they now know where the remaining members of OP are. Quadrat with the flank. Toxic needs to chill. Needs to wait until Quadrat is in position to do something. He's one shot as well. Nadas with the good flank. On Toxic, but quite exposed to Quadrat if we white this one. And indeed that's happened. They now need to just find Mimi. Oh no, he's... They managed to take him out, but I don't think Toxic has the time. Maybe he does. I think he does. If he does not fork this up. He does not. He defuses it with just a sliver of health and even picks up an M4 for good measure. Nicely done on the retake. 1-2 now for FF. OP still has money. They planted the bomb. Yeah. Current scoreboard. Samsky's still waiting on his first kill, as does BMO. We have Toxic on the long again. OP seems to do... Oh my god, that was interesting. BMO, however, found his first kill as well as a bullet to the head. His head, meanwhile, you know, splits open. Bookie picks up, I believe, the bomb, as he has 4 flashbangs, which probably one is, you know, the bomb. That Pavla is to communicate that. And that sort of took the steam out of the OP assault. They are just looking if they can get a pick at this point. Maybe pick up the offense again. It doesn't look like FF is fully buying that it is. It's ironically appears to be one. Some gunfire in mid. Nida is being half HP'd here. Actually not even half. I would say that's to 25%. Actually trying to get a pick in mid, not connecting any of his shots. No damage there. 45 seconds on the clock as I finish this sentence now. I'm just really slow trying to get a pick here in this 4v4 situation. Toxic killing Night Eyes. Looks like they're hard rotating towards B, and I believe Bookie has the bomb, so that is the right call. We still have Mimi in the flank though. Toxic about to find that and being killed, but I don't think Bookie has the time to counter rotate. But it looks like that was just aggression they needed as they are rotating back in 20 seconds on the clock. Bookie can just walk in and get the bomb down. Mimi and Krant meanwhile trade out into a 2-2. The bomb is down and they have sight. A bit of a miscommunication there maybe. He was peeking into the wrong direction, maybe thinking that was an enemy and not Korat. 1v2 situation now. Can Korat destroy? He cannot. Bookie takes him out and wins that round. It looked quite good for FF, but then they were a little bit shaky on the heavy rotates, but it was hard to read at times, so I can't even blame them for that, even though I will try my hardest to do so. Current scoreboard leading clearly is Mimi with 8-2, Liam also with the 5-2, Bookie 5-1. On the FF side it's quite more diverse in terms, not even diverse, you know, even is what I mean. Looks like they're going back to what appears to be their standard A, sending multiple people into A long and then maybe dropping. Although this time they don't seem to execute that fast. On the FF side, looks like it's a full save. So maybe knives come out flying again. Grunt is certainly trying, sort of aiming towards Night Eyes, who is being patient. Probably learned his lesson by now, not to challenge the knife bender. And he's shooting down as he's trying to keep more throwing a knife, just not enough force. Toxic coming in hot, also being shut down, leaving just Tima, who at this point probably can't do much except donate some money by dying. He's just running around like crazy. Telling everybody what a nice knife he has. But Samsky, for whatever reason, decides to run into that one, gets shanked, giving Tima a grenade, attacks Liam to half, but Mimi on the flank, shutting down Tima's antics right there. So he got a knife kill, which was nice. So it destroyed an enemy armor, but lost the gun ultimately. I believe he couldn't even pick up the gun because it was inside of mid from the stockpile. Still, a knife kill is always good for economy. I'm not entirely sure who pays you to stab people in this world, but it's just the rules of Pavlov. Nobody really understands them. They are what they are. And this time it looks like more of a B. We have some regression on A. Some nades there, pre-nades. Well, questionable if FF falls for that. Grant, however, seems determined that there's nothing going on B, which is exactly what OP wants. Team, however, standing strong, about to spot the enemy, maybe even take out somebody, maybe dying. Toxic takes out Leon, very important pick. Tima now spots the enemy, needs to get out of there. Then Nate a little bit too far, and that flashbang a little bit too aggressive. Mini just pushing through it. They now have sight. He's going into the corner that I would not enter because I feel like once you're there, you probably die there. But maybe he can make it happen. He can kill Korat, and Samsky can get BMO, turning this into a 2v4 situation, a 1v4 with a nice grenade onto plastic, leaving just Mr. Toxic, who is also very low after the kill on Liam. I think he's going back for that gun, realizing my KD would be in trouble. His KD already is in trouble. No, but this, all jokes aside, is actually the play. He cannot 1v4 this, and he just picks up the gun and throws it away again, and then picks it up again for good measure, and just rats it out. I think rest of OP is reading this, at least Samsky is. Just running around, preferring corners where he could be lurking. However, he must understand he was probably near where the gun was dropped. And he won't be able to make it in time. And Toxic smartly runs away and just secures the gun for another day. 1-5, quite again the lead for OP. But we have seen this in the first two matches as well, where OP was up 5 rounds or 4 rounds, and then FF managed to do a CT comeback, so to speak. I believe actually they started CT on all 3 maps. So we'll see if that works out for again. It's certainly a map FF likes. So if anything, it's probably where it can happen. Looks like for another A push this time from OP. With the same setup immediately dropping. We have Bimo on side, Toxic unsure, holding A long from the ramp. Bimo barely avoiding that grenade, taking a lot of damage. Oh my god, 3 grenades on him, that is quite rude, but they take him out in the end, leaving just Toxic. And Samsky managed to take him out, he's one-shot at this point. Nida has managed to take Karat. Bimo does kill Nida, but he's not all alone. And fighting with a main fight he actually cannot win, I think, with 1 HP left. And Liam is smelling blood, he wants that kill, but only thing he finds is his own death. Pokey, however, just finishes team off and 1-6 now. Would be a little bit sad if this was a one-sided game after the hype of the first 2 games, but in PAF anything really can happen. It's all about the momentum. So we'll see if FF can come back. Kvarat again saying, I don't care about the meta police, I'm buying an AUG. So he does. Rest of the team sticks to more traditional guns with M4s in a case. I believe they are lost now. Looks like since A worked so nice for them, they are continue doing that. FF still believing in their setup, not really changing anything, having Toxic on A long, Bimo on side, Kvarat mid. Looks like OP is going a little bit slower, but not too slow. Grenade tags Samsky to half, so they know somebody's there. We have the rest of FF pushing on the B side. Can they trade out Night Eyes? This would be quite devastating. They can refrag him, so they know it's an A because nobody else is there. But Bimo dies to Samsky on side. That's unfortunate. So they now have the A side. They don't have A long. Mimi with a sliver of health left. 2v4. They need to play this. It's being refragged by Karat. Very nice. But Tima is being lurked out from Liam, who appears to be in dropper. Dropped Tima to death, so to speak. And now it's a 1v3 situation. Can he clutch it out? No, he cannot. Essentially, he's running in a corner and just killing him. 1-7. Quite a dire situation for FF here. Again, they can just buy into this one. Hopefully they can make another round here. They desperately need, because you don't want to go in the T side with the 8-1 on the enemy side. Maybe the long break pulled them down too much and now the mojo is lost. Maybe this was always the outcome, or maybe this will be another insane comeback. We shall see in just a second. It looks like this time towards the B, but the A again as a diversion. Bimo, however, tired of Liam's shit, goes A long, just kills him. See some util here and there from Samsky, but I don't think there's any innovation coming out of that. But Art fighting in mid. Now Samsky is running off. Front rotates over. Mimi is being taken, is taking out Tima, so they now have B side. Almost. Nida is running off, trying to outrun Kran's gun, but that's not happening. Also the nade, he got another kill. He's holding that side until he's being blown up. But now 3v2 and Bookie is quite low. They know the bomb is down on B side, so all they have to do is play time. They don't have to be aggressive. They still are. Toxic gets Bookie, gets that kill, leaving just Samsky in a 3v1 situation, who wide peeks him all in the open, being mowed down. So that is the half. They do manage to get that crucial point, but now absolutely they must win this pistol round, otherwise it will be near impossible to win this. And we shall see how they can attempt this one. Looks like for an A push, unless they're faking out the PAF TV caster, which would be quite funny. Nida is going for this. not sprint peek? I thought he was gonna sprint peek. Samsky aggressive in mid, spots out that somebody's on A main, but he only saw one, I believe. But however, now Liam should have heard all of these steps. Flashbang comes in. Night Eyes is, however, in deep cover. Counter flashbang. He's pulling inside. And does have armor, so it takes Night Eyes a second. Bimo finds Liam. Bimo, fat fingers. Cannot get the bomb down. It's now a 3v3 situation. Bimo absolutely needs backup from the rest of the team. Is about to be beaten and killed. 55 seconds on the clock. They still can just do pretty much anything. But I've killed Mini on the flank and Toxic clicks Bookie, turning into the 3v1 situation. And Toxic just decides, we don't want plant money, I just want to shoot Liam in the head. And that's exactly what he does. It would have been better to get the bomb down, but Bimo fumbled that. No matter, they still got the win here, and that is absolutely what they needed. Looks like OP is saving with pistols with one Deagle and a Dream, and also 4 1911s. OP believing in the full save, or almost full save. Samsky being the British man, buying another knife, double knifing. On the FF side, we see the Uzi as an non-traditional pick. Grant, meanwhile, picks off Liam's head by shooting it with an arm, but that sort of stops that aggression. The rest of the team is a little bit more slow. Quadrat trades out Night Eyes. I believe Quadrat comes out ahead because he actually had a block, so he makes more money off that trade, especially since he didn't have to buy another gun. See now the flank from Mimi. Toxic hears it, just shoots him down, leaving just Bookie, who has a knife. Pretty terrific. But is just yeeted out of there. Jesus Christ. 4-7. That is the swing that FF needs. But now comes the real test today. I would dare to say absolutely need to win this rifle round in order to reset the economy of OP and get another round to somewhat even this to a 6-7. And then I think they have a good chance of coming back. If they lose this crucial rifle round, then it will be a mountain to come back from, because they will need to save one. And also OP then has all the money they need for multiple rounds. So this is a very crucial round in this game. In this whole set, actually. We have Krant, who is in mid. The rest of the team is going towards A. Starting some shit with Liam on A long. And considerably slowing down. Krant, however, dies to Samsky, I believe, in mid. I think they know no, because Bookie's sort of pushing out. That prefrag is good over the wall, tagging Bimo to half, so they know somebody's on A main. Mid is being smoked off beautifully. Fighting a distraction, slowing them down, and the flank is now coming in. Argentina is entering the side. Ryder's taking out Quadrat, and Bimo in big trouble as the flank is in, and he is not in a good spot to defend against that. And yeah, that is unfortunate. All 5 members were killed and nobody of OP was killed, so now the economy will quite low. They can't even... Kinda can force, but it looks like they're going for Deagle, so this is an absolute must-win safe round, or at least must plan, but I would say must win. Which of course is not that easy. Quadrat has more money than the rest of the team, so he buys in Hero M4. Tima runs towards A, rest of the team more towards B. We shall see if they can make it happen, or if the game ends right here, right now. I think they're going for a formal snake push. That flash kind of shoots. That one doesn't, and he manages to kill 2 people, 3 people. Is then traded out. However, that is not a trade you want to take. Quadrat now at less than half HP. They know where he is. They know he's last. He has a rifle, but he's pushing it from all sides and killing him. Unfortunate. 4-9 potentially last round. They can buy a set of rifles one more time and make the dream come true, but it's gotta be really, really hard to come back from this one. Current scoreboard, Mimi in the lead on the OP side. Like they're going for a fast B. Bookie expecting Tima, but being refragged by Bimo. Mimi just on spot, killing 2 people, dying in the process. Now a 2v2 situation. Bimo, however, kills Night Eyes on the flank. 2v2. Now if they play it smart, they can win. Grant in a 1v1, they know he knows where Samsky is, but Samsky also knows where he is. And the bomb is probably down, otherwise he would not go there. Bimo might have had it. We'll see in about a second. It looked like he's picking it up. Maybe it was on site. Would make more sense. "47 seconds on the clock. He's checking all the angles. Then he's finding Samsky and unfortunately loses that fight with just his level of health. That means it's GG. 4-10 last game was not as close as the other games. Still, I would say a very good set, and I had a lot of fun casting. I hope you enjoyed. Next time you will hopefully see it again with the good old quality. This time it was a little bit reduced. In any case, I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you a wonderful evening. And see you next time.